Hello everybody, welcome back to another figure review. Today I'm doing the Big City Brawl Genetic Containment Division, Lizzie the Lizard, from Rampage the movie. This figure is from Rampage the movie, obviously, and it is really big. Like, this is my hand next to it. And yeah, it looks really cool, so I'm very excited for it. First, going over the packaging, we have Rampage the movie, New Line Cinemas, jaw chomping action, Big City Brawl Genetic Containment Division, Choking Hazard, drawing of Lizzie, drawing of George, and drawing of Ralph. Only at Walmart, actually no, 3+ and Leonard. Rampage the movie, very big, and another George there, and Ralph and Lizzie. On the side, you can see Lizzie from the front, and this army man. Chomp attack action, Rampage the movie. Yeah. Big City Brawl, la la la, chomp attack. The backs of them. At the bottom, you've got literally nothing, except that, to show you how to attach the tail. This is her jaw chomping action, spike attack action, ready to destroy. I have no idea what that means. Subject Lizzie, and this, which if you want, you can pause that and read it. Done? Okay. Energine, which is actually a cool nod to the movie, and copyright. So without further ado, let's get into the figure. So here is Lizzie the Lizard out of its box. And so this figure is much bigger than I thought, especially with the tail. It's so big. God, I can't even capture it on screen, but it's really awesome. For articulation, since there isn't that much of it, you have legs can sort of move, barely. Yeah, that's it. No ankle articulation, even though it looks like it. That's just glue. I guess you could count this as articulation. You press the button, the frill moves out. It's like, eh? And the mouth opens, which is really cool. And it's got a nice spring. I guess this counts as well. It's got just sort of a, if you shake it, it wiggles and smacks. So it's like, if you can get this guy to stand up. Yeah. It's very loose. For paint, got this really nice shading detail on the face. Like, you probably can't see it here, but it's really nice. All the teeth are individually painted, and eye is really nice paint. I love this purple that they used for the frill, and like, I think that's the ear, the thing coming out from the eye. They've got these red spikes running down, all the way down to the giant ball of red spikes at the end of the tail. This sort of tannish color on the underside throughout the whole way. And that's in different shades of green in some places. And that's about it. For details, you have a ton of individual scaling on the face. Really nice teeth sculpt, very jagged and crocodilian, because it's supposed to be. Also, for paint, the mouth is painted inside, but the tongue and the inside teeth are not. So yeah. A big complaint, though, is how small this is. Like, it looks good from the side, looks good from the other side, but then at the top, it's just like that thin. And it also doesn't look good from the front because it just makes it look, I don't know, doesn't look good. The frills are kind of tattered. It's got this weird bump up, which, I mean, I know that it's to house the mechanism, but it still looks weird. All these spikes and some platey scaling, some scoots, and spikes on the other side that gradually go down as the tail moves on. And this is really nice. It's a really nice sculpt. All these spikes aren't just like straight edges. They're actually very rough and textured. And the legs are pretty good too, although I don't really know why there's so many spikes on the toes. Yeah, pretty good figure. Except this sort of stands out a little bit, but it's worth it because it's got a really nice feel. The frill reminds me of a Dilophosaurus. And because why not, we'll go over the marine guy, whatever. So this is way more articulated than most of the little marine guys I have. He's got leg articulation, can go back this far and can go front this far. Cannot spread at all. Knee bend, no ankle. Waist swivel. Arm can rotate and swivel up and down. No side to side though. Bicep, swivel. Elbow, no arm. And the head is sort of on a ball joint, but it's really hard to move. This is pretty good. Even though he has a trigger finger, he doesn't come with a gun. But I guess that could be like pointing. But he's probably pointing at Lizzie, because this thing is basically just Lizzie fodder. And yes, she can fit him in her mouth. And it looks awesome. For details, it's pretty good. It's got some like military stuff. You got a gun in there that doesn't come out. Paint, pretty normal, just some camo and it's good for a fodder figure. And it doesn't come with anything else. So you are definitely not getting this set for this guy. Lizzie is the only thing that you could want from this set. But I will use this guy. I will use him in some like dioramas or maybe even a movie at some point. But he looks really good posed with her. He sort of makes up for her lack of posability because you can have so many like different types of like that or whatever you want. And it looks really good. Even though it's sort of out of scale. And I would kind of like an in-scale figure, but you can really just get like some tiny plastic army men. And then I'll be in scale. This is the only Rampage figure I picked up, sadly. I didn't know that the other ones were that it was gonna be this big. I probably will or would have picked the other ones up. But I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. But I really like this figure. I really can't see anything wrong with it. I do wish there was a little more articulation. Actually, yeah, I can see some stuff wrong with it. I wish there was a little more articulation and some maybe more shading detail, like especially in the bottom And a lot of people have been complaining about the glue line in here, but I really can't see any. I mean, it's an obvious seam, but there's no, like, dripped glue. I mean, there's some spots, but it's barely noticeable. This is, like, it's really big. It's really good. I'll give it a 4.9 out of 5. Just because of, like, the weird difference. Like, I would be fine if the head wasn't shaded and the rest of the body wasn't, but it just looks weird because it's like, oh, really good shading. Oh, no shading at all. It just doesn't really mix very well. But I would definitely recommend picking this thing up if you are a giant monster fan or just like the Rampage movie. I certainly did. But I think that'll have to be it. If you enjoyed, feel free to like and maybe even subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.